Hi, this is Dr. O'Hara. I wanted to go over a few of the common problems that people were having in the first essay. And I'm going to start with elements in a series. Whenever you have three items or more that are separated by commas or semicolons, then you have elements in a series and you need to enumerate them. Here's one example I have. The 210-bed acute care hospital on the southern coast of Orange County has been providing basic medical care for surgery patients, outpatients, the mentally disabled, and the polysubstance abuse population. Notice how there is no colon here before the list of items, and how there is a comma here before the and, which is in the pattern for APA style. The next sentence I have is the patients were assigned to one of three groups: a control group, a volunteer and dog group, and a volunteer-only group. Notice how I do have a colon here because I have a complete sentence before I have my list of things. One thing you need to know is that you cannot start a sentence with a list of things. You can start with two things, but not three or more things. So you'll have to rework the sentence if you have that construction. Next are colons. Colons are used like periods at the end of complete phrases. They are not used in the following situations: in the middle of sentences, after prepositions, or after the verb to be. The most common use of the colon is with elements in a series, so think about that when you are putting your sentences together, that you need to enumerate your elements and when you should be using a colon. Notice how I made this phrase into a complete phrase by using these magic words, the following. If you have an incomplete phrase, you can add the words the following and it becomes a complete phrase. Next, I'm going to talk about semicolons. Semicolons are used to join two independent or complete phrases, and these are phrases that could be sentences and stand alone. Semicolons take the place of conjunctions in this situation. For more information, you can see pages 89 to 90. Notice how when I have this range here, I did not use a hyphen, I used the word to. Let's try my test to see if we can use a semicolon or not. Although he was a good skier, he caught an edge and tumbled down the mountain. Although he thought he was a good skier is actually an introductory phrase and it can't stand alone. And he caught an edge and tumbled down the mountain is a complete phrase. So in this situation, instead of using a semicolon, we have to use a comma. Let's try the next sentence. He thought he was a good skier. He caught an edge and tumbled down the mountain. He thought he was a good skier is a complete sentence, can stand alone. We already know that this sentence can stand alone. So we can use the semicolon here. Another construction that we could do is we could say he thought he was a good skier, comma, and he caught an edge and tumbled down the mountain, because you need to use a comma with and when you have two complete phrases like we have here. So the semicolon takes the place of that comma and the and. There is a special construction with semicolons. Here's an example. Every medical office has its unique pathology format. However, the data required are the same. Sometimes we can use however in this construction with the commas, but let's see what the spell check is telling us, that we need our semicolon, so I'm going to fix that. Let's try the test. Every medical office has its unique pathology format. That's a complete sentence, and the data required are the same is another complete sentence, so we can use the semicolon. I have some other examples here that show how you can use the semicolon before the conjunction, then you use a comma, and then you have the next independent phrase. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to pick up with the other use of semicolons in the next segment.